All right, and we're back. This is our back-to-back stream from London. This is New York now. It is currently 10:26 on a Thursday, 6:30. Give me like 2 seconds, guys, and I will be back. I'm gonna go ahead and fix something, but everything should be good to go. Just give me 2 seconds. All right. So from London, we hopped in two trades. We had one on GBP AUD, which was a buy. Price completely melted through our zones. And hit stop loss for about 10 pips. And then we hopped in another trade on Euro USD, which is currently in profit for about 9 pips. TP1 was smacked already, so if you had more than one position, you might have closed at TP1. And then we were able to hit BE, so it's a risk-free trade, meaning if it hits our stop loss now, we'll lose nothing, which is good. And looking at price right now, it is reacting off of this nice zone. Hopefully we can get a continuation this morning and price decides to push, heading to our nearest support. That's what we want this morning on Euro USD. And then we'll see if we can find anything else appealing as well while we're here. And we have about an hour, 2 hours before news on Euro. So hopefully we can get that nice push before news. Otherwise, I'm just going to hold the trade until it hits BE, guys, or if it decides to smack TP2. Because I only have one position, so. So again, at 8:15, we have main refinancing rate, monetary policy. 8:30, we have advanced GDP, unemployment claims. We have some news on USD. So it's going to be a very volatile morning. Let's see if we have news on FX Street. Euro USD remains vulnerable near 1.0550 ahead of ECB policy announcements. Euro USD is trading near 1.0550 on the defensive at weekly lows early Thursday as traders await the European Central Bank ECB interest rate decision. So hopefully, like I said before, we get a push, or news allows us to get that push, because it is closing near our stop loss right now, which is at break even. What's going on, Sonic? Hopefully news does allow price to push up, but it is currently nearing our entry. This is what, 5 pips away from entry, so we'll have to see. But I'm just gonna hold the trade since it's already risk free. Worst comes to worst, I lose nothing in this trade. But TP1 was smacked, so if you guys had multiple positions, again, I would count that as a dub. Let me go and highlight this blue. All right. I'm still getting the news and stuff. What do you pay attention to when it comes to news, and how to use it in trading? Excellent question. So first website I use, it is called Forex Factory. Very simple. It gives you all the announcements that's happening in the news that day or session. So for example, it is currently Thursday, October the 26th. So I'm looking at whatever's showing over here. The green arrow indicates where you're at right now. So 3 a.m. is currently 6 a.m. So we're looking at this GDP. I'm looking at the red folders because that shows me that it's very volatile. It's very important. So when it's a red folder, the more important news usually affects the markets, right? So I'm ignoring all the yellow folders. The orange folders you can look at, but they're not as volatile as the red ones. So right here, 8:15 a.m., we have Euro main refinancing rate. And then over here where it says currencies, it tells you which pairs are going to be affected. So we have Euro and we have USD, and Euro. So Euro and USD is going to be affected this morning, right? So notice the trade we're in is literally Euro USD. So I'm saying that because price is near break even, hopefully news allows that push to happen, because usually when news happens on red folders, you get a push, right? So if you don't understand what the announcements is, you can come over here to the side where it says detail and click on these folders, and it will give you more information. So let's go to main refinancing rate. Why traders care? This is what I usually read to get a good understanding of what the news is about. Short-term interest rates are the paramount factor in currency valuation. Traders look at the most other indicators merely to predict how rates will change in the future. Okay. Advanced GDP. Why traders care? It's the broadest measure of economic activity and the primary gauge of the economy's health. Okay, interesting. So you don't have to read every single thing, but it just gives you a good idea. It gives you a good idea what that announcement is about, right? FX Street. I use this website to get an update on why a certain pair moved a certain way. So usually I'll give you data like right here, Euro forecast. Can the ECB save the Euro? So it's talking about how the Euro edged lower to 1.0550 early Thursday. U.S. economic docket will feature third quarter growth data. Euro USD stretched to a fresh weekly low below 1.0550 early Thursday after closing in negative territory for the second consecutive day on Wednesday. So again, you don't have to read everything. It just gives you a good idea of why price is moving the way it's moving. So again, it's nearing, what did it say, 1.055. So over here, we can see that price is kind of consolidating near this area. And we're trying to see if we're going to get a push this morning off of this low territory that Euro USD is staying in. So on the 5-minute, it's forming some sort of structure. We call this a double M. I think it's the retail concept like this. But we're trying to see if we're gonna get that push if price does respect this order block, right, and continue to push up. So we called this trade earlier this morning, London session. It's currently in profit, but we're gonna see if it's gonna hit BE or make its way up to TP2. TP1 was already hit though, which is great. And I think what I'm gonna start doing next week is just target TP1, because we've seen this happen over and over again where we'll hit TP1, but then it'll go back to our entry. So I think I just have to trade more aggressive heading into next week, or just find a different play strategy, because letting it run for TP2 works sometimes, but in these type of scenarios, you really just want it to TP1 and run with your analysis that you had before. But yeah, price is pushing down right now. Hopefully it decides to reverse in the next couple of minutes. If not, then it hits our entry at break even, which is perfectly fine. Yeah, and this just destroyed our demand that we had marked up. And now it's kind of respecting this right here, right? We have previous price to back this up, but if we stretch this out, that's what price is doing right here. Yeah, we'll have to see. We will have to see. I'm doing both. But these lives are primarily focused on the funding challenge. So the whole purpose of me doing it live is to show you guys that I'm doing it live, right? So every single trade that I take, it goes towards my funding account. But when I'm off camera, sometimes I take trades on my personal account. But all the trades I take on camera is directly towards my funding account. So we'll just have to see what happens on Euro USD this morning. And that's the only trade we hopped into, right? Yep, it is. You delete this. Thank God I did not hop into that trade, because I know I was anticipating. But it is indeed respecting this one over here, as you guys can see right here. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I should probably put that in the title. This is the 100K. I agree. It is a lot more chill now. There used to be a timer where you had 30 days, and that would make traders rush to process. Now you can actually take your time, which is beautiful. I like that. This happened an hour ago, so we missed this move on gold. I wasn't even awake, but in the future, when you see something like this, well, this is a fake out, so you'd have to scale up on the higher time frames to see that wick. But would have been a nice sell entry. We have about 12 more minutes, and we're gonna see what happens on Euro USD. If price does hit entry, oh well, we'll count it as BE and move on. So we'll just stay on here for now, see what happens in the next 12 minutes. This was the only thing I said in the Discord, right? Let me check. Expected. Stop loss. Yeah. Man, I never win in this game. I don't know what is my mistake, even 2 years experience. What are you struggling with? We have about 8 more minutes. NOS. I don't trade NOS, but I'm guessing you use the same type of concept when it comes to like price action or concepts. And what do you trade on? The 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour? What time frame do you trade on? I think that's important as well. ICT multi-time frame. I would take a break from Austin. Try to figure out a different pair that you like. Maybe it's the pair that you've been trading. You might need to switch up your system. Maybe take a break. And when I say take a break, continue to back test every Saturday when the market's closed. I think back testing is super important. Journal your trades. If you don't, learn from your mistakes. You know, like for example, for me, I'm always learning, right? So I like to use 1-to-2 ratios. As you can see here, TP1 was smacked, and then I usually just break even. But what I'm noticing, especially from this week, every time TP is smacked, it dips back down to my entry. So I think heading into next week, I'm just going to aim for TP1. I'm not even going to break even. I'm just going to aim for TP1 and close my trade. So it doesn't always dip back down to my entry and then push up again. But 2 years, I would say 2 years is not even enough too, bro. Like, I've been in this game for 4 years now. I still take L's, but my wins are bigger, and that's the most important thing. You're going to take L's regardless. You just have to stick to your plan. If you know it works for you, you got to stick to it. So you mean I should have to be optimistic? I think being realistic is better. Optimistic is going into every trade thinking it's going to go your way. Be realistic about everything. So if it's not going your way, be like, okay, how can I adjust this next time? How can I make this better? Instead of being optimistic, like it's always going to be better. It's not always going to be better if you don't apply certain rules, right? So sometimes you got to be real with yourself. Okay, what am I doing? What mistakes am I actually making in the market? Take the time to review your trades or losses, and then approach the market the next day even better. And to keep doing that every single day, and eventually your wins are going to be greater than your losses. We have about 4 more minutes. Let's see if B is going to be tapped, or we get to see what happens on that hourly candle. Excuse me, guys. What concept do you use? I trade ranges. I guess you could say smart money concepts, I guess. Liquidity. Break and retest. That's pretty much it. 4 years is a lot. I don't really have a lot of memories from year one. Well, I can't remember. I mean, that's not how I want to phrase it. Like, what I meant to say is time flies by so fast. I don't even like recall year one. I just started and now I'm here, you know? Like in a blink of an eye. I'm where I'm at because I eventually started. I think that's the most important thing. You don't have to be great to start. You just have to start to be great. I think a lot of people hear that. It goes by their heads. They're not confident. They think they can't do it. They don't want to be in front of a camera and do stuff like this. Just start. Who knows where it's going to take you? If you fail, okay. At least you're trying. I like to go by that. You could take 1,000 L's in the world. I think people in general will respect. Okay, boom. We just hit BE. So I'm going to go ahead and update that on OBS and document this right now. In that trade, guys, I lost 0.01%, which is nothing. Okay, my bad. Let me go ahead and screenshot this. I'm gonna send this in Discord too, just in case people held to TB2. And put this right here. Okay, wait. This is Euro USD. Okay. We're gonna come back to this, guys, because news could get us set up for another entry. Yeah, we'll come back to it. It's not a big deal. Because we have news in two hours. Okay. That was 27. Yeah, 27. And this would be six. All right, sorry about that, guys. What's the question? You passed any fund? So last year, I took FTMO, and that's the one I just pulled up. That was the wrong spreadsheet on this monitor, but last year I took FTMO around the same time. Past phase one, we actually take a look if you want. I think it was here. So this is last year. I did pass phase one, so around the same time, 10/24. This was literally 2 days ago, last year from now. Passed phase one, ended out in 13% right here. And phase two, I was 2% away from passing. I think it was here, or either a different spreadsheet. I was like 2% away from passing, and then everything started to crumble. So to answer your question, no, but close. So that's why I'm waiting, or I waited a year to come back to this, just because I had the best type of setups during this time, quarter four, to take it again. In my opinion, I think quarter four is the best time to do this. But learning from mistakes, last year I did rush it. I feel like I kind of rushed the process, especially at phase two. I kind of got cocky too. Like I was 2% away, guys, and I got cocky. Started just taking any type of setup that looked good instead of taking my time, because I also had the timer. Last year they had the timer where you had 30 days, and time was running out. So. Oh, let me update OBS. Sorry about that, guys. Trades taken live. Monthly record. It's 3. All right. GA is respecting off of that nice zone right there. 5-minute mini would call this demand. So 5-minute demand, it is making that push. But Euro USD did just tap us out, unfortunately, before we had news. So if anything, since it's pretty much at this order block again, right? We could ideally wait for price to near over here at the LPI to enter in, because if we scale out, price is technically in the zone, right? So we could just wait and be patient to see what happens. News could push price up, since it was saying that Euro USD was struggling, and it's still in this territory, right? But we will see what happens at 8:15, because that's when our announcement happens on Euro pairs, and then we have 8:30. So something's gonna happen. I'm gonna go ahead and put an alert too, right here, and just say watch price, just in case I'm not paying attention. We have about 7 more minutes before we get that next 15-minute candle. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to be watching price on Euro USD. I think that's going to be the main focus too, since we have news. So Euro pairs and any USD pair as well. But I'll be right back. If you guys have any questions, let me know. All right, so price is currently pushing down, guys. Again, hopefully we can still stay in this zone before news because I am anticipating price to push up because we have this nice order block that price is reacting off of since we have this one wick right here. Oops. That's indicating some sort of rejection. If you guys can see this on my screen, I'll go ahead and zoom in. And this is actually why we entered in as well. This wick helped us identify some sort of confirmation that price was holding at the zone. So we had a nice buy limit, I believe. Price was activated, TP1 was hit, and then our trade hit BE just now because it's pushing. So the goal is for Euro USD to hold and push up. If it does push down, then it completely breaks our analysis. And in that case, we'd be looking for the next one, which would be right here. But if price does hold, we could potentially have a nice re-entry at around 1.5318 ish, but we'll see what happens. GA is reacting off this nice zone, as I stated before. But I think that's going to be the main focus of this morning since we only have news on literally Euro and USD. Why not just trade the pair? And yeah. And right now it's starting to hit me. Oh my gosh, I'm getting tired, guys. I'm kind of experimenting too. If this is going to be a lot to handle doing streams back to back in London and New York. But it's starting to hit me like a truck. Not going to lie to you guys. I think it's the music as well. This is making me tired, guys. I might end stream a little early just so I can get more sleep before class. But we'll see. You could never. Yeah, I don't know how I'm doing it. See, I could. I think it's because of the light too. I have all these lights shining on me. But I don't want to do this without my camera because I don't want you guys to think that I'm a robot. So, you know, I'm human. But yeah, I might just end stream early just so I get a few hours before class because I am getting tired. We do have a good hour. So we'll see. I think I'll be good. I just wish I had a coffee or something. because the London stream was pretty good. It's pretty chill. We did hop in GA, and then we had Euro going in for profit. It hit TP1 as well. So London stream, I was wide awake. I just don't want my sleepiness to affect my analysis as well. Yeah, true. I keep forgetting. I am sick still. I think that's why I haven't really been able to recover, because I'm up doing this. It's all good. It's not crazy. It's just a mild cold. So we have about 8 more minutes. We're going to see what prints on the 30-minute candle and try to look for a re-entry on Euro USD. We want to try to get close as possible to that LPI so we have better risk. Remind you that our trade that hit BE hit our entry, so we didn't really lose anything. If not, then you probably place your entry somewhere else. But if you moved your stop loss right to that entry point while we were in profit, then you would have lost nothing in the trade. And now we're simply waiting for a re-entry. So in the next 30-minute candle, we're going to see if we can find a good place to enter in. And then let price do its thing before news. Hopefully we get that push and price it just skyrockets. So the question for this morning is, will price respect this zone, right? If not, we'll go look for a new one, which would probably be over here, right? But we'll see. I'm looking for a potential mini sell on GU if we respect the 50-minute gap on GU. You said a sell? You said a sell. Huh. So you said if we respect the gap? Are you talking about like a M pattern where like if price is respecting a gap, meaning like, you know, we have this, this, and this, because this is potentially building up something on the flip side, right? And are you saying like the M formation where price is forming like a double top kind of thing, it's going to break and then continue down? Is that what you mean when you say 50-minute gap? Because that's the only thing I see. Because that does work. I mean, that's not invalid. That does work. That's the only thing I see. And scaling out. Yeah, I mean, price is pushing down. Well, that's my analysis. I'm not sure what you mean by gap, unless you're talking about this. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I might have to end in 30 minutes. I don't know if I can do it. I'm getting tired. What I will do though, I'll place any type of trade that I think will happen before we have news. So it might just be like a buy stop, sell stop, buy limit, sell limit, instead of waiting for price to near a certain area that we want price to head towards. I might just I might just place a limit order. But your boy is getting tired. That London session is starting to kick in. Oh wow. Oh, my fault. You said you'll send it in Discord. See, I'm already zoning out. All right. Let's see. All right. So my only problem with this, you have, okay, so you're saying, I'll put it on this monitor as well. You're saying rejection, entry on 5 minute with confirmation. So that confirmation being what? Because if you're solely basing off your confirmation with structure, my only issue with that is on GU, you don't really have previous structure for that sell because price is kind of in a range. It's not really in a trend, right? So my only problem with that is, what are you basing your confirmation off of when you say 5 minute confirmation? Like, for example, you see how it's pushing up right now? Like, it could just be ranging for some time, building up some sort of liquidity. So like, you know, using my method, right? Chances are it's going to come up here, bounce off, push down more, range a little more, come back down to support, and then decide to have that push to take out all these buyers, right? That's what I see. That makes sense to me. Not gonna lie, today gold was unexpected. A lot was unexpected today, if I'm being honest with you. GA, Euro. Well, Euro, our trade did play the way that I wanted it to. It just hit our break-even point early, and now it's ranging in our demand. So TP1 was hit, and I think I mentioned this earlier, but I think next week, heading to next week, I'm gonna change my my exit method and just go for TP1, because this is a funding challenge. I mean, the objective is to pass, so I think I'm just gonna get it out the way. I'm not gonna try to hold my trades. I'll just do sessions 1-to-1, or if I'm doing half risk, it will be half that, and then it would be 1-to-2. So that my initial TP2 would be my initial risk, which is 1%. But yeah, that's my analysis, super, on GA or GU. I'm sorry, right? Yeah, GU. It's one of the first time my system was a false signal. How long you been trading? No problem, bro. No problem. Started around April. Oh, so you haven't even been in the game for more than a year? All right, let's see what happens, guys. Is it gonna respect our zone? That's the main question for today. And I think that's good that you're seeing your system isn't working all the time, because I don't think there is a system out there that's 100%. It's about managing your losses and having bigger wins with every type of system. That's good. At least you're here. You know what I'm saying? At least you're starting. It's better to start than to wait, because I'm telling you, you're gonna blink and 4 years is already gonna pass. Like 4 years, I know people say it's a lot, but it's really, yeah, it is a lot. A year isn't a lot though. A year will go by fast. But like, just stay consistent. Before you know it, you'll be in 4 years. You'll be doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you want to, you don't have to go this route. But most people, they capitalize on other things they could put towards into trading to make it into like a business, a brand, etc. Or you can just day trade without all the other stuff. It's really up to you. So we're an hour in the live. I'd have to go another hour. Can I do it? Yes. Hopefully I don't pass out though. I think I'll be okay. Yes, sir. That's the route I'm currently heading towards. Is just fund accounts and then fund other accounts, etc., and just stack up. That's my objective. And since there's no time limit, I can take my time. So this really is a test to see if I can trade, if I have discipline publicly. That's why I'm doing this live, to show you guys my system. Last year I did it in private, but I want to do it in public this time. For me, I did a lot of research on YouTube regarding strategies, and I would say 90% of them are nonsense and just earning. I can't see that. What does that say? For some reason, I can't read it on that screen. Let me just... For me, I did a lot of research in YouTube regarding strategies, and I would say 90% of them are nonsense and them just earning by selling courses. I think you can tell who's primarily selling courses and who's actually making money off of trading. I don't think it's hard to tell. Like YouTube, if they're promoting their course and video, then most likely they're selling a course. Or if they're trying to direct you to a certain place. It's hard to judge a system's profitability because everyone needs the market. Everyone reads the market differently. Exactly. Everyone reads the market differently. Everyone has their own system, their own rules. 100%. 100%. And again, that's why I'm doing this live, because I want the numbers to speak for themselves, right? Like the ratios, the percentages. I just want all that to be live so you guys can see if my system is something you want to incorporate into your system, If not, then don't. But that's like the main objective, is for you to understand how I read the markets so that it can help your trading, if not better it. And then you can incorporate whatever knowledge I have into your own system. Not necessarily copy, but just kind of get some inspiration. Yeah, gold is reacting off of that resistance. But we missed this move. I was asleep because this is on the hour candle. So this was at around it was like 2 hours ago. I was not awake. But next week we're gonna be aggressive with gold as well. I'm gonna go back into my old ways with gold and just really focusing on that pair every morning. This week not so much. We were kind of just observing, just going by the playbook, reading the charts, not necessarily entering on certain moves. So like we'll have all this set up for next week if it decides to stay in this range, which is perfect. But for now, we're just reading candles, guys. Euro USD, we're gonna keep a good eye on it because we have news at 8:15, and we'll see if we can get some sort of entry. But I do know it's going to be a good weekend. This is going to be my last stream for the week as well. Just a reminder, I do not trade on Friday, guys, or Sunday. It's going to be a pretty chill weekend. And then next week will be my last week before I move. I do have some videos dropping this weekend. Some recaps from the lives, important parts that you guys probably missed. And then we'll head into next week with more aggression. Also, my system never works during news or Fridays. Yeah, Friday's a trap day, guys. I don't like trading on Fridays unless it's like NFP. We have about 20 minutes. Yeah, that's clean right there. I like that. That is clean. I might have to end stream in 20 minutes, guys. I might have to. Um, and then I'll send updates, or I'll send any orders placed. I'll send them in the Discord. But your boy is like on 10% right now. Not gonna lie. Probably the music too. It's making me tired. How long have you been profitable? How long did it take for you to become profitable? 3 years, my friend. 3 years. First 2 years, I was not. First year, um, I was in IML Academy, and then I stopped. I think I was in the IML Academy for like 6 months, actually. And then I started trading on my own, found a mentor, took a few courses, started trading on my own, not worried about other people, and that really helped me find my own system. And then I started compounding my account while working a job. Like every week I'd split that paycheck and then put it into my account and then trade with the right amount of risk. And then fourth year, it's just consistency. Like I'm at this point, it's just consistency. Sticking to a system that I've been using now for 3 years. That's been working out for me. I have all the data as well, and I just been sticking with it. And then I just make videos. And of course, when I make videos, like on Instagram, I don't really reply to comments, but when I do see comments, it's mostly people that don't really understand what I see, which is perfectly fine. I don't expect all the comments to be positive, but most people, they think that I'm just speaking nonsense, not knowing I've been in this game for quite a while, so I know what I'm talking about. It's stuff that I've been seeing. So I think someone mentioned it's hard to judge someone's system without knowing if it works. 100%. It's easier to judge online because you think they're just talking about random stuff, but they're talking about stuff that makes sense to them from what they've seen over and over again. So that's something I noticed when I got back into posting online, is people think that I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, just end and rest. You need it. Yeah, I'll end the stream in like 15 minutes. I think I can go for another 15 minutes. And that should be good. But everything will be back this weekend as well. I'll update everything, guys. My links, website, and then I'll start doing webinars this weekend as well in the Discord. I'll bring that back, recap videos, all of it. Mentorship is gonna come back as well. Someone asked me today. It will come back and going into next week. Everything will be back. And then of course I'll continue to do live streams for the funding challenge. So we have about 13 more minutes. We'll see what happens on the next hourly candle. And then in 15 minutes, we'll have, or once I end stream, we'll have news. And I'll go ahead and send stuff in the Discord in case I see anything to place any type of orders so don't have to wait for price. And then at 8:45 a.m. we also have another announcement, ECB press conference. But we should be getting a good push this morning on Euro USD, either to the downside or upside, if price decides to respect this. All right, so yeah, your boy is probably gonna end stream in a few seconds. I just passed out. But I will keep you guys posted before I hit the hay. I will briefly see if I see any type of setups before that move at 8:15. But I'm gonna go ahead and get some rest so I can enjoy the rest of my day. Again, if you guys are trading today, just be cautious. We have news at 8:15 on Euro and 8:30 on USD. So again, all I'm simply doing right now is spectating Euro USD to see if it's going to stay in the zone. If so, I'd have my stop loss below zone and anticipate price to push up to recover, right? Because on news on FX Street, it stated that Euro USD was in some sort of territory and it's trying to see if the dollar is going to gain some strength this morning. So, with that being stated, I am anticipating price to push up if it does respect this demand. Hopefully, it does dip down a little lower so that we have a nice type stop loss, but I'll place any type of order if I see it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and entry in a couple of seconds. Hope you guys enjoyed your week. Hopefully, you enjoyed my live streams this week as well. If you have any criticism, I take that and turn into motivation to make my streams better. So tell me what you don't like about my streams, and I can make them better next week. But hopefully this live was helpful. I know it was short. If you didn't make any money, hopefully you gained some education. And yeah. Well, until then, guys, I'll see you guys next week. I will be posting this weekend on Instagram, so make sure you guys follow me at Smart Money Ace. And I have a special video dropping this weekend as well. Until then, see you guys next week. Shout out to Supersonic, Diary, Sage for tuning in, and anyone else that's watching this post stream. Also appreciate you as well. That's it. Your boy has to get some rest because I'm about to pass out again. Have a good day. I'm out.